All right, everybody. Welcome to episode 109 of People in the Boxes. Let's go.
Welcome to People in the Boxes.
All right, everybody. Hello. It is Thursday night, 8 o'clock Central Time. People in the Boxes. It is a show that we like to do once a week where we come together as people, as humans, to try and get a little bit of perspective on what each other has to go through on this spinning ball of rock hurling through the cosmos. Right, tonight's going to be a good night. We have an interesting topic, another banger by Kim's last week. This is two in a row. She came up with last week's topic, this week's topic, right away too. Very nice. I appreciate that. So we're going to be talking a little bit about astrology, not to be confused with astronomy. We're going to probably get into the differences and such, and get into like, what is it, and like, what do you care about it? Do you believe in it? Do you know anything about it? We're going to get into it, but please, if you will, before you do, head on over to locals.com and sign up, join the community, $2 a month at theindoorfarmer.locals.com, and help support me and all that I do in the community. So thank you for that, and hit that like button if you can. That'll get you in on a giveaway tonight for a game night ticket for this weekend, and I see a lot of subscribers already in the house. Make sure that you hit the like button and you get the hash and dash immunity. And of course, we have Kim with us tonight. Hello, Kim. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
I noticed you're in a different place.
No, I just don't have the light on in this room.
You're not on the couch anymore, though. Oh, it's a different room, though. Like, this is where
I'm always at.
No, sometimes you're sitting on a couch, and it's like...
That hasn't been for a long time.
You're down low.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, I like it. It's a better angle. So we will have King Neb coming up a little bit later. And of course, I put the link out on the page there. If anybody wants to come up and hang out, bullshit with us, share your experience with this. This is going to be, I expect to be a little bit lighter-hearted episode, which we every now and then. I know you guys know that Kim and I, we don't mind. We dive into the muck when we want to, but we don't want to burn everybody out either, because this is not one of those kind of shows. There's plenty of those out there, though, so check them out. But we are going to talk about some, I don't know. There could be some serious contention in this topic, honestly. Think about it. I said it off air. Some people think this kind of thing is satanic, is this the same as tarot card readings and what do you call it? Fortune tellers and stuff? Yeah, or like reading your palm. Like, is it all similar, or is it totally different stuff? So let's hear from you guys in the comments. I'm gonna go check the comments here in a second. So let me get the sheet set up here. It is August 29th, 2024.
I will be in my house in a month and a half, or I will have my possession of my house in a month and a half.
It won't be livable just yet?
Oh no, they don't even have sheetrock up yet.
I was gonna say that's fast.
Yeah. It would have had sheetrock probably last week had it not failed inspection.
This camera is bugging me.
Why is it bugging you?
Because it's bugging. You see me? Do you see it bugging? Anyway.
Oh, is it?
Copy. It's a little bit copy. I look like I'm starring in a Japanese Godzilla film.
I was talking with a friend of mine last night. We were talking about shows from our childhood.
Sean Cook just joined the locals. Sorry, Kim. Thank you very much, Sean. Go ahead, Kim.
And I said, do you remember watching the old Godzilla shows on TV? And she's like, oh my God, yes. That's how old I am.
The black and white ones.
I
I gotta give Sean.
I think they were black. I think some of them were in color. I don't
Sean,
know.
I'm gonna hit you with yes. Thank you, Sean, very much, man. Make sure you get yourself in on the number post that's over there, Sean, and anybody else that hasn't yet, because I'll be doing one more spin tonight. Yeah, so Kim, you got quite a bit of footage. I'm guessing you got some pictures too, not just a video, but you could put all that together when the house gets completed, you know?
Yeah. I'm definitely saving them for, I don't know what, but fuck, if I can collect 300 pairs of shoes, I can collect anything.
You could make that a nice sped up reel, a minute and a half or so. Oh yeah, it'd be good. It'd be good stuff. What's up, guys? I see you over there on the X, on the Rumble. Appreciate that. Remember, I was talking last night, and I want to remind people this more often. The more different apps we connect with each other on, the more we are like a true community, and not just oh, hey, there's the people I know on Facebook, and over there's the people I know on this app. Like, it becomes an completely internet thing. This camera is really bugging the shit out of me, though. What am I gonna do about it?
You're funny, Waylon.
Well, it is. It's because I have both cameras plugged in again. Ever since I went to an event with my equipment, it's never been the same. See, here's another angle. Let's do this. Does this work? No. It doesn't like both cameras. Guys, give me a second. I'm going to unplug that. If you guys want to come up, though, please do. If anybody's out there, you want to come up, just have a sesh. I passed the 710. I meant to do the 710 dab, but my e-nail broke. It was the Terp Slurper connected to the e-nail part that broke. What if I just take one of these away? No, yes, maybe so. No idea.
Astrology is not science, it's pseudoscience. Astronomy is science, but astrology is pseudoscience. So, I don't know.
Say it again. Astrology is not science?
No, it's pseudoscience. Astronomy is science. Astronomy is a study of the heavenly bodies. And there's methodology that is applied to all of that. That's what makes science. Science is methodology. So research and methodology. And research is nothing more than observation and theories and hypotheses and stuff like that, and proving them or not proving them. And you do that through observation. Whereas astrology it's pseudoscience, and there's nothing really as far as I know, there's nothing really scientific about it.
I see. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. I'm just trying to figure this stupid camera out. I switch the cameras around, and now things don't do what I want.
Can you help get to Sesame Street? I'm not sure where Sesame Street's at. I know where Main Street's at. I don't know. I think astrology is interesting, though, because like for me, and it's kind of surprising because I'm a very fact-based person. So I always, I want to see the facts of stuff, and I want to see the research behind it. And I want to see how good that research is, because just because you do research doesn't mean it's good. So astrology, I find it interesting. And for me, I use it to understand my own self and try to understand why it is my personality is the way that it is. And I don't know. I find it to be a lot of, like, I don't get into the fortune telling, the tarot and that kind of stuff.
No.
No. Mm-mm. Like, I checked it out a little bit for about a year. Like, I kind of followed it to see, if there was any validity to any of that stuff. And I just didn't, I just didn't find it to be useful or really valid or whatever.
Hey, I'm back.
But I never paid for it either. So,
Right, like where you just like felt like you needed someone to tell you what to do, how to find love, how to find the fortune or whatever it is that you're out there looking for. A lot of people run to them when they have nothing else. They have no other option. Remember Miss Cleo called me now?
Yeah, I just, I don't really like, there's people that I feel like have some kind of connection with the spirit world.
Oh,
like, I have a good friend that's able to see ghosts, and I don't see ghosts. I've never seen a ghost. I've never been bothered by a ghost. I worked in a school when I first started out. I worked at this school, and I worked in the very old building, which was built like in the late 1800s, early 1900s time frame. And supposedly it was haunted. And supposedly the ghost would mess with teachers' rooms, but the ghost never messed with my room. So either I had good juju and he didn't they didn't mess with me because I had good juju, or they were scared of me and they didn't mess with me. I don't know what, but I never had any ghostly encounters. I've never seen a ghost. I believe that ghosts exist because the Bible talks about that stuff. So, but I've never had that encounter, but I know people that are intelligent, rational beings that have had ghost encounters. And so, I believe that. I believe that some people are able to see that and others just are not. I don't know what I don't know if it's a gift. I don't know what it is. But I will say, in my family, I remember a long time ago, my mom told me that witches ran in our family. And I was like, all right, whatever. And so my grandmother had this ability where she knew things. And she, like, for instance, my mom had to have surgery when I was very little. So my mom had ovarian cancer when she got pregnant with me. They were going to do a complete hysterectomy on her, and she got pregnant. And so they had to put it off. So when I was very little, my mom had to have a complete hysterectomy. And we were living in Antigua at the time because my dad worked for NASA, and my dad was part of one of the Apollo missions. And so my mom had to fly back here to our hometown and have surgery in El Paso.
Doing well, Brad. Thanks, brother.
And she, so my mom flew back alone. She was by herself. Me and my dad were on the island, and a family friend took my mom to the hospital and sat there, instead. And so during the surgery, my mom died. My mom,
wow.
They lost the, what do you call it? She went into cardiac arrest, and they lost the artery to one of her ovaries, and she literally died on the table. They had to, shock her and blah, blah, blah. So after the surgery was over, instead of my mom's friend calling my grandma, the doctor called my grandma. And this is back in 1969 or something, and right around there. And so that was long before like caller ID or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And my grandma picks up the phone in Illinois, and she says, not a word was uttered. My grandma picked up the phone and said, Dr. Beeler, I know that my daughter died and she's okay. And Dr. Beeler hadn't even said anything. Grandma just picked up the phone and said that. So there's this thing in our family where we know things. Like, I know things. I don't know how I know them, but I know things, and I know them. And I'm usually dead on with what I know. So I don't know what that is. I think that there's people that have gifts and abilities that are unexplainable.
I attract gnats.
You attract gnats?
That's my gift.
That's your gift?
It's unexplainable too. Hi, Diane. Let's see. Verdant Fox, hello. I see look at these wicked emojis. What is happening there? Oh, that's from Twitch. It's from Twitch. Okay. Yeah. Brought back to life a few times. Wow, Jess. It does something to you, put you in touch with more of the other room. Okay. More with the other. Yeah, I could see that. I don't know. Like, I saw some comments from Matthew earlier. Matthew, you're welcome to come up, man. Just throw a shirt on, you know. But he was saying that, like, definitely it's. He said it's linked to lower IQ. I don't know. I think there's a lot of sort of pseudoscience that some people who are perfectly intelligent kind of get into. You know, think about superstitions and. Stuff like that. I'd be interested in superstitions to see whether people of high IQ believe in anything superstitious. Elisa says, I think Facebook makes it easier for them to try to get a reading on you. Yeah, that's for sure. With all the information, they just look and go through your profile. Yeah. Oh, easy. They used to do that before Facebook profiles. They would just they look up all sorts and they would research you. And then find stuff out to like be able to talk about, or at least the scams would. Oh yeah, I just saw that.
No, Matthew, I can see where they would say that. I can see where they're going with that whole thing with astrology, because I think that people that are more educated maybe have a better understanding of how the world works. And I think that some people are looking for making their life better or trying to invest in making their life better, and they fall prey to like tarot readers and stuff like that.
Yeah. Not just tarot readers, but think about all the like self-help gurus out there and all that too that are fake. So yeah.
I think that if you're more educated, or I don't want to say that it's necessarily low IQ. I would disagree with low IQ. Just because as a SPED teacher, I understand what goes into an IQ test. And I know that the majority of people in the world fall into an average IQ. And you have outliers that are low IQ, and then you have outliers that are high IQ.
Sure. I'm real, he said.
So I would be curious to see who did that study.
Cheers.
And I'd be curious to see the research behind that. But I could see where they would say that, because there are a lot of people out there that are maybe less educated and that are just, they don't understand. They don't have as good of an understanding maybe in science and stuff like that. And they can
the topic, right? Like maybe they just don't know anything about that topic, and they think, oh, people look at it all the time. Maybe it's a thing,
Yeah.
That's how I'm coming at it, because I didn't think about it being low IQ. I always thought it's not for me. I also, when you read horoscopes, we're going to pull them up here in a minute. I found some good ones. We're going to read some horoscopes, and it's going to be like you read 3 or 4 of them. Well, even 2 of them. They sound very similar. They sound almost the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I was young, like I used to, like really young, like I used to read horoscopes, and sometimes I still do just for the fun of it, because I don't know, sometimes it can be amusing. It's very few and far between, but I don't rely on horoscopes. Now, what I do rely on from astrology is to me, it's a very, very, it describes personalities really, really well.
So you think this right here, the horoscope will? Or no, that's different when they do a personality of Scorpio versus your horoscope. Your
Yeah.
horoscope is supposed to be somewhat of a prediction of how your day is going to be, or this has yesterday, tomorrow, or today, tomorrow, weekly, and monthly.
Yeah. Well, the thing is about astrology is that most people do astrology just for your sun sign, like those horoscopes and stuff like that. They do it for your sun sign. And when you look at overall astrology, it's more than just your sun sign. There's a bunch of factors, there's a bunch of heavenly bodies that play into your astrology. So, and the only way that you're going to know what you fully are is to have a natal chart done. And you can get them for free, and they're really, you just have to know where you were born. You have to know the date and time of your birth, in order to get an accurate one. But there's so much more that goes into your personality than just your sun sign.
Yeah, you were telling me about this. What was it called again? The full test or whatever.
It's a natal chart.
That has nothing to do with my nipples or my belly button.
No.
Navel or
natal. Natal as in birth.
Birth chart. Okay, so let's read Scorpio for today. Okay, I'm a Scorpio. Hello, nice to meet you. I like long walks along, Scorpions. Okay, it says you may be focused on a certain trajectory. Okay, that's true. Scorpio. Why do they put this here? You may be focused on a certain trajectory, Scorpio, but today you could run into complications based on overlooked issues. Be aware of the people around you and how your actions affect them. You don't necessarily need to change your direction, but you might need to make a couple modifications along the way in order to keep everyone happy. Boy, is that generic.
Yeah, stuff like that is super generic. And so I don't find stuff like that helpful. And a lot of times that's what you get from a lot of this stuff. And
they're like, click on this. You get a free love and relationship reading with a keen psychic to gain clarity today. That is the link. The link is keen psychic to gain clarity today.
Yeah, and I guarantee you that's not going to be free.
Yeah, right. Free reading. 0. See, they do kind of put all of this together. Planets, tarot, Scorpio celebrities, health, money, career. Let's look at tomorrow. Let's see if it's any different. Tomorrow, August 30th, 2024, Captain's Log. It isn't exactly all lightness and harmony at home today. Oh, no, I'm going to have a bad home tomorrow. There's tension in the air, and it manifests in silly family arguments. That's it. No family over tomorrow. Try to arrange separate activities for siblings and encourage your partner to eat out with friends. Okay, I can't. My partner is attached to me. This hand here. I can't tell it to go out and eat anywhere. It says if possible. Okay, so all right. This is a day to give everyone his or her space. Okay, all right, Rosie. Tomorrow, everyone will be happy to eat together again. All right. Wow. Not a single thing about that has to do with me. There's a whole year. Oh, see, they want you to pay for the whole year. They're like,
somewhere along the line, they asked for money.
Right here. No, it's right here. It went to a different look. I'm sorry. It says, you're a mysterious, intense water sign. You like to play up your secretive allure, Scorpio. But as Sirius Saturn transits, your fifth house of drama. Okay, let me back this up a little bit. But as Sirius Saturn transits your fifth house of drama and the quest for attention in 2024, You'll be in the spotlight more than ever. Oh, I will? Oh, there is also more ambition and emphasis on the things you do for fun. Ambitious emphasis on that is true. It's already happening because I am putting a lot more posts out on my Facebook. I got the bonuses. I'm putting out my dinner last night. I showed you guys my bed, and like some of this stuff's getting great attention. And it says like sports and hobbies. So get that competitive vibe of yours ready to start flowing. Oh yeah, because if you're going to commit your time to something, you might as well try to be your best at it that you can, right? That's just advice. That's just good advice. Like, it has nothing to do with my year. Interesting. Oh, there's more. Your passionate, aggressive co-leader, Mars, has an intense effect on you again this year. Fucking Mars. Starting with a fiery partnership with sassy Sagittarius. Oh, girl. In the very first week, even though you're an introvert at heart, this spontaneous energy can expose you to new possibilities and help you welcome more adventure into your life right away. When you begin the year saying yes to invites and opportunities, it tells the universe that you're open to happiness and success, and more good than things will start to come your way. Reveal what 2024 has in the stars for you with your yearly horoscope. I just read it, but it says I need stars though. So if you guys want to start sending the stars, just go ahead. It says, okay. Oh, they're going to throw every planet into this. Pluto, your other co-leader.
Yeah. Astrology utilizes all the heavenly bodies to include the sun and the moon.
I'd love to touch me some heavenly bodies, Pluto, your other co-leader, has incredible transformational energy and as it joins experimental innovative air sign Aquarius from late January to early September. Change is on the horizon. You're typically a fixed sign who likes to hold on to everything. Yes, but this transit teaches you that giving yourself permission to let go of the things that aren't working in your life can be extremely freeing. In 2024, it's time to figure out which area of your life could use a refresh, and then get out there and hit that reset button. Whoop, whoop. All right, guys. Okay. I never want to do that again. Let's see. Can I get back to the, okay. So we'll look at what's your sign. I'm not going to read all of that stuff.
My sun's sign is Sagittarius.
Sagittarius. Isn't that song, right? Dun, dun, dun. Oh, no, that's not. It's not the same. It's Sanitarium is the song I was talking about. So we'll read Kim's horoscope real quick. This is for today. You should be in a good mood today. Well, okay, thanks, Sagittarius. But don't be surprised if some aggravating force steps to your toes or pulls your chain in some way. Oh, is that me? More than likely, there isn't much you can do about the situation except grin and bear it. Do your best to maintain your position, and don't lose self-confidence just because someone else isn't in tune with how you handle your affairs. You guys remember reading aloud in class? It's not a strong suit of mine because I'm thinking of so many things. So I need to read more, and that's why I force myself to do it, even though I I'm like tripping over my thoughts because I'm thinking of like 6 thoughts ahead. I'm not great with out loud reading, that's for sure. But it is
a skill that you have to practice.
That's why I do it live on air, right in front of all y'all. You guys can see me do it and choke. All right, so there it is. I'm not going to read anyone else's. If you all want to go check it out, you're welcome to. I should have put up the disclaimer though, which I did not do. Let's see. I'll get back to comments here in a moment. Kim, if you see any comments worth commenting about, let me know. For now, I'm going to go put this disclaimer up that I forgot to do. Fair use disclaimer. Then we can maybe play some tunes. Keep this up for a few seconds here.
Elisa says it wants your blow up doll to go out to eat tomorrow.
Wouldn't that have been fucked up if it said some stuff like that, Lisa May? Come on. Your significant other is full of light air and lightheartedness or something. I could see it. I could see something like that. Would be funny.
So Matthew says most females fall in the average IQ category. Males tend to dominate both far ends of the IQ scale.
I've heard that, but that's just some study. I don't know.
My IQ is 142.
Well, yeah, but you might be above. You might be an outlier for females too. I think what he was saying is the average.
IQs tend to run in families. It's something genetic or something like that.
Well, what's weird though is that, and it might run in families, but it can skip a few generations because dumb people can have geniuses all the time. Like it happens.
Well, having a genius IQ doesn't necessarily make you
better in life.
Because I will tell you something about people, and I have this struggle. People that have very high IQs usually have like problems with social skills.
Low EQ, they call it.
Huh?
That means that you have a lower EQ because you have extremely higher IQ. EQ is emotional quotient.
Well, you're just more logical and your thinking is different.
Right. You've seen The Big Bang Theory, right?
Mm-hmm.
The TV show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, that's what Sheldon Cooper is. He's got high IQ but low EQ, and it makes it hard for him to relate to people.
Yeah. Well,
I had a friend like that. It wasn't funny like Sheldon.
One of the things that I've noticed as a teacher, I've taught gen ed, and I used to have kids that were gifted in my classes, some of my classes. And kids that are gifted are so far leaps and bounds ahead of people that are not gifted. That they have absolutely no patience and tolerance for people that are not at their level. And it's not because they think they're better. It's just that their brain processes ideas so much faster that they got it and they're ready to move on and they're hungry for more.
But the problem though is that their narcissism takes over, because even no matter how smart you are and who you are, you don't know every subject. So if I come at you with, hey, look, here's this certain brand of small toy train that I've been obsessed with since I was 2, and you're a genius, like you don't know about it, and I can tell you about it. And so people that like that, they don't tend to have that humility of, hey, every person that you meet knows something that you don't. And that's what I like to think to myself, like, hey, I don't care
I'm talking about children, not necessarily adults, but
my bad, I missed the children's part.
Yeah, with kids, it's different. It's like their brain is just so much faster, because that's what that's one of the things that goes with testing IQs. Like if you've ever taken an IQ test, a lot of that stuff is timed and it's sequential and it's all memory kinds of stuff. So the faster that you're able to remember stuff, the quicker you are with all of that stuff, it adds to your IQ. It's your processing speed and stuff. And so people that have high IQs process stuff really, really quickly. Like they know in advance, like you can be sitting there having a conversation and you know exactly where a person's going long before they ever get to the point of where they're going. You've already got it and you're just impatiently waiting for them. You know, it's hard. They have a very hard time relating.
I mean, I do that too, though. I mean, I probably have higher than average IQ, but not anything where I have, like, my EQ is still pretty high. But what I mean is, like, I stop myself all the time from trying to finish people's sentences. But then you're not always right either, though. Like, I'm not anyway. It's like, oh yeah, the tuna sandwich. No, I was talking about. You know what I mean? Like, people will jump in and like, oh, you mean? No, I do that sometimes. I try not to. Anyway, so we've got our signs. What did anyone else tell us what their signs are in the chat? What's up, Smashley? What's up, everybody? Anybody else want to come up? Is it really just are we really just that? Do we stink? Is that what's up? Like people don't want to come up when we talk about like politics or something that they don't want to talk about. Tonight is supposed to be a nice, easy one. You know, where are you all at? That's okay. I still have fun and learn something on Thursdays. That's why it's important to have a reason to do the show, whether or not
See,
people
I have to say, Waylon, you do not remind me of a Scorpio.
You don't think?
Mm-mm.
Pretty multifaceted.
I do not know you outside of all of this, but your personality does not remind me of a Scorpio. And I say that because for some reason, when you look at my natal chart that I've had done, I have a lot of water and earth in my water signs and earth signs in my chart, whereas Sagittarius is a fire sign. And so I attract a lot of earth and water signs. And I have a lot of people in my life that are Scorpios. Like a lot of very close friends are Scorpios. And Scorpio
in the desert, that's not the same. I'm just kidding.
Huh?
I'm kidding about desert scorpions in the desert.
A scorpion's a scorpion.
I've seen a scorpion fight a kangaroo mouse, but that's another story. Go ahead. So you know a lot of scorpions. You say I don't line up with them.
Yeah, because so the majority of Scorpios that I've ever been around are often very introverted. And I don't mean introverted in the sense that they're like shy people, because Scorpios are not shy people. They're very, very behind the scenes, not wanting a lot of attention. Very, I'm trying to think.
Well, I actually was. I normally would be, but I was outgoing, but never seeking the spotlight. And I don't seek the spotlight right now. The spotlight to me is a tool. The influence, the celebrityism, the public figure, all of the buzz terms is a tool for me to do the two things that I set out to do. One of those things is to get other people out here doing some of these things, not just talking about growing food, but having other people on this show to talk about things and to bring up perspective, to get other people involved with things that I felt like was crucial, that was falling away, that was we were losing in society, like ways to talk to each other, growing our own food. All the subjects about my shows that I deal with are things that I thought, hey, you know, if we don't do something soon, you know, this is all crumbling down. So I'm putting myself out here, not necessarily with a
let me ask you this.
Do you desire to do so? Go ahead.
Do you like people?
I am a I don't know if there's a term for this, but I don't know if I'm sociopath or what, but I am both sides of every coin.
Do you like
I'm a people person, but I'm also a loner, and I don't have any friends around here. I have plenty of online acquaintances. I'm a people person, but also not a people person. I'm also a loner and a, you know, so it's very strange.
The loner part is very much a Scorpio trait.
I'm interested in people are intriguing to me. I'm not someone who's got to always be around people though.
Yeah. And that's very much a Scorpio trait. So but your personality does not remind me of a Scorpio at all. Like I know tons of Scorpios, tons of them. Like it's amazing how many Scorpios have come and gone in my life. Scorpios and Tauruses. I have a lot of Tauruses.
A lot of Aquarius is in the comments tonight.
Yeah, a lot of Aquariuses.
So here's what I know about Scorpios is that we are thick-headed, we are intense, we are passionate, and I hear that some Scorpios are good in bed. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's a thing they say. But we also hold a grudge. We can hold a grudge pretty
I
well.
can tell you, you do not ever want to piss a Scorpio off ever. They will sting you to death. So my son,
written off.
my son, no, they won't write you off. They will hate you
I do.
forever and ever and ever and ever, and they will sting you. One of my very closest friends in this whole world is a Scorpio. And so I have another close friend that I was friends with several years before I met this person and became friends with them. And the other person that I'd been friends with longer had told me that she had had an issue while she was dating this guy while she was in high school with this girl. And that the girl insisted that her boyfriend was her boyfriend. Okay. And so she would do all these evil things to my friend, right? So fast forward several years later, and I become friends with this person, the Scorpio, and it comes to find out that the Scorpio girl was the one that was terrorizing my Libra friend. And they, to this day, she hates her. And that was over 40 years ago that they had a problem. And she, to this day, hates the Libra girl because she was dating her boyfriend, which wasn't her boyfriend. She wanted him to be her boyfriend, but Scorpios can be like that. Like my son is a Sagittarius, but his moon sign is in Scorpio. And when he gets angry, he will fucking sting you to death. Like it's bad enough when you piss a Sagittarius off, we will get you. Like we will say things that will cut you to the quick. But he's got that Scorpio thing. And it's like not only will he cut you with the Sagittarius side of him, but he will freaking sting you to death with the Scorpio. And he don't forget. Huh?
With the stinger.
With the stinger.
That's going to be my new calling card.
That's a snake.
Well, I'm trying to give a stinger impression.
Don't you remember? Did you see, was it Drumline?
That was a good movie.
What was the one where they would dance?
I mean, they kind of
stomp the yard. I think it was stomp
the yard. Okay.
Where they would do that thing and they go like that. Like
was it Step Up to the Dance Part 2?
No, it wasn't that one.
That's what Jess says. Step up, she said. Well, Jess, I'm trying to get you all to step up to the screen. You remember you can be audio only, guys. Remember that on People in the Boxes. Some of our loyal friends that are here every week. Why not? You could look at me. I'm 14 again. Hey everybody.
Is that you when you were 14?
Yeah, man.
Damn, you had a lot of facial hair.
Yeah, I did.
You were a hairy mofo.
I don't know how old I was here, honestly. I could have been like 17, maybe. I don't know.
Oh.
I was a teen. I'm just a teen.
You're silly. No, but see, the thing is like the thing that determines your personality in astrology isn't just your sun sign. It's your moon sign. Your moon sign is your emotional side. You better not moon us, dude. Keep that shit in your pants.
Moon's over my hammy, they say. Okay, so
the other thing is that you have a rising sign, and your rising sign is kind of like what you show the world. So, like my rising sign is Libra, and I have a very Libra way of
Lucho Libra.
Huh?
Is it Lucho Libra?
No.
That's not the same thing? Okay.
Yeah. I like peace and harmony. I like that balance, and that's very much a Libra trait. So, and I'm very fair-minded. So that comes from Sagittarius and Libra. Like we see both sides of things.
Sagittarius.
Keep it balanced.
All right. Speaking of balancing things, let's look up the actual definition here, and let's look up what astrology or astronomy is. I'm just going to share the whole screen in so I don't have to keep flip-flopping around. I'd love to find us some tunes, but honestly, I just don't want to deal with the copyright claim. So it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. All right, so here's the definition. A study of the movements and relative positions of celestial bodies interpreted as having an influence on human affairs and the natural world. Let's see what astrology can reveal about their romance. So, does astrology take into account giant meteors that go flying through our solar system? Or asteroids? I wonder.
I think so.
Sagittarius constellation is always, or seems to be always, aimed at Scorpios. Or Scorpius? Is that like a known thing? The only constellation I always know of, besides the Big Dipper and Little Dipper, everyone knows that one, is the Orion's Belt. I always thought that one was so weird because it's literally just the man's belt with like one leg. Is the constellation. Like there's no Orion there. It's just like it's his lower half. That's all it is. I like constellations. They're kind of cool, but they also are kind of like trying to find shapes in clouds, Oh, look, it's a puppy in the cloud, It's like, I don't know. And those do change too. Constellations change. It's just not within our lifetime. It's like, what, several thousand years.
I don't know how they get the shapes, because that stuff doesn't look like Sagittarius doesn't look like a Sagittarius.
Isn't that astronomy when they do that part though? Let's see. This is interesting things about astrology. I found some interesting things. The AI tells me 10 facts about astrology you didn't know. 10 amazing facts about Vedic astrology. Vedic. Never heard of that term before.
I think it's Vedic or Vedic.
Oh, you're right. I didn't see. I added an R there for no reason. Okay, let's just look at this one because it doesn't say AI. It might still be AI, but it doesn't say AI, so we're going to go to this one. Most people consider astrology to be a study that can definitely predict your future. Most people. Okay, where are they getting this from? It's this is the Times of India. Okay, the India Times.
I know that astrology is an ancient practice.
Oh, look at this. Yeah, it says, let me go back and read the rest here. It says, others consider it just a word play where astrologists speak fancy words to either impress or scare its believers. They consider it to have no scientific depth to it. But then it says, astrology is not a pseudoscience, neither is it a future predicting machinery. Oh, geez.
I can't see.
You're right. It is. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. Future predicting machinery. You don't see it? Let me make it a little.
I can see it, but it's like really.
Is this a little better? It's making it super skinny. It's weird. Where was I? Okay. It is an ancient wisdom that studies a person's life through their birth indicators, like birth year, date, and month, and position of stars, and analysis of of stars, not just the planets. Okay, an analysis all of them to come to conclusion of various possibilities that a person might face in life. So, does that mean the constellations are astrology? I thought it was astronomy. Okay.
I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know about that part of it. I just study it for, like I said, I study it to understand personality stuff, and it fits in line with my stuff.
They both use it. Okay. It's constellations are used in both astronomy and astrology. Astronomy is a scientific study. Astronomy is a scientific study of the universe and its objects. including constellations, stars, planets, and galaxies. Astronomers use constellations as reference markers to identify different parts of the sky. Okay, so they're using it for logistics, right? They also study the position, size, motion, composition, energy, and evolution of celestial objects. Let's see. Astrology is based on the belief that the location of certain stars and planets predicted. Okay, yeah. Some believe that Libras are well balanced because their zodiac symbol is a scale. Anyone else see that? You ever see that? Anyone? I didn't see any Libras in here tonight. Astrology is important to some cultural traditions, like you were saying. It's got some history to it, but its claims are not based on scientific evidence. In fact, a 1985 paper from the journal Nature found no evidence that astrological predictions based on the zodiacs have predictive power.
Yeah, I don't use astrology for predictive stuff. Like, I'm not into that. I don't care about that. And I don't really want to know that. Like, I'm happy going through life figuring it out without somebody trying to tell me what's the end game is going to be, you know?
Yeah, I hear that. All right. There's going to be a cascade as I unshare the screen. Okay, back to us. All right, so I'm going to be getting the number or the people together on the wheel here for the likes and shares and all that. And I'll add in the people from Rumble. Make sure you comment and hit that like button on Rumble and also on X. I gained like 20 followers today on X. I hope some of them maybe came through. I know that's not an enormous number, but it was a space I was in. Shouts out to Johnny Paradise for inviting me to speak. Thanks, brother. All right. We're going to have to put this away as I put the numbers on it. Gonna have my son this weekend. I think there's some things going on. I want to try to get to the farmers market. It's only got a few more weeks left, and I'm actually going to go to Miss Sancody Sustainables. She was on my show on We Grow Wednesday a few weeks back. I think I was mentioning it last night, and she makes all her own like natural cleaners and detergents and deodorants. I don't know what all she makes, honestly. She talked about a bunch of it, but I think there's a few things that she doesn't make, like laundry detergent, but she could probably help me out with that too. But I'm trying to switch everything over. I went out and I got the Squatch. Have you seen the advertisements for the Squatch manly soaps? Like Sasquatch? Anyway, it's out there.
I would pay attention to it if it's for men.
Some of you have heard of it, I'm sure. My ex is a Libra, and he killed his father in cold blood. Holy shit, Jess! Just drop the. Ooh, okay.
So right. Libras are like people pleasers. They're usually very. They like to keep balance, and they do it at a lot of the times. They do it at a great cost to themselves, like because they seek peace. This guy. And when they get mad, when you put them to the point where they get madder than hell, like really bad. They have really nasty tempers when they're pushed to that part.
Interesting. Jess says she uses Country Mama. It's all natural stuff. For what, Jess? Like all of it? The different things? You got $75 to spend a month and you want to go plant-based, you should look into Melaleuca. Yes, that one. They give you points on every dollar. Look, I actually have really good eyesight, but my eyeballs have weak muscles that focus them. And so after a few dabs, guys, I see 3 of Kim on the screen right now, but I can work through it. But I have 20/15 vision. I mean, good vision, just weak eye muscles. They don't cross though. I can't cross my eyes. You get anybody out there cross your eyes? I bet you can. Bet some people can. Face cream, shampoo, lotion. Okay. I'm looking for a deodorant now. I was buying the Old Spice. They have hemp, using hemp seed oil in it. Not oil, but I'm not sure how it's derived inside there. But a hemp deodorant stick right there on the shelf from Old Spice. This year have 75 bucks and a whole free month of product. Okay. You get a month of product. That's cool. You can cross your eyes. Okay. All right. Does that dog cross his eyes? Oh, that poor doggy. That poor puppy. All right. I'm just gonna fill in this oh, I can shut that part off now, actually. I need a video capture. Where's the video capture? I guess I don't need a video capture. All right. Okay, so interesting topic. Yeah, I don't think all in all it's not something I believe in, but as far as tarot readings and fortune tellers, there are some people that are die hard into that realm. Like I remember, and I brought it up once already, but you know, Miss Cleo, call me now. Like I can't remember the first part. It's like, I'm Miss Cleo. Did she just say I'm Miss Cleo? I can't remember. But it was she'd be like, who's the father of the baby? And I'd be like, oh yeah, this lady knows what she's talking about, right? So there's definitely a lot of them. Some of them might be more legit than others. I don't know. All right, guys, make sure you hit the like button if you haven't already. I'm about to take all the likes and put them on the wheel to win a game night ticket. All 20 people that came through. Slow night. Must be something happening out there. But I do appreciate everybody that's hanging out. Lisa May, you're welcome to come up. I know you have been here most of the show, so you could, but no worries at all. Everybody that's here tonight, you get extra points from me. Extra points. And Sean Cook, shouts out to Sean Cook for signing up as a new member of Locals. I'm going to be putting that in my intro more often. I think it was smooth. It made sense. We throwing that in there. Before we get started, go on over to indoorfarmer.locals.com. All right, let's share in this wheel. Boom, boom, boom. We still got to get the local or the rumblers and the exercisers. Okay, let's find out. We got any comments? Oh, I got another follower. I got 646 awesome people on X. Cheers to you all. All right, let's see here. We got Billy. Oh, wrong keyboard. You got on X? Okay. I'm getting into the live chat. Excuse me, live chat. Okay, waiting. Okay, we got nobody. We got Margaret. We got Brenda. I'm not seeing you, Jess. Oh, there you are. I see you. Over on the Rumble, we've got nobody again. William. Cindy. Oh. Brenda, and Sandy. Look at me. I'm Sandra D. Speaking of Sandra D, what's up, Elisa May?
What's up?
I see you, Jess. I see you. You re-exed. Cindy. I think I just put you on there. Okay. Yep. Wait, no. I did not. I can do that for you from the X. I got you from the Rumble. Okay, you're good there. So, Lisa, you think it's all just a bunch of crap, or do you let bygones be bygones, let people believe it if they're into it, kind of thing, or?
They could believe what they want to believe, but I don't believe that crap. You tell me something, you give me a free reading, and you tell me some stuff that nobody knows about me but me, and then I might believe it.
Okay,
and
so what
there
happened?
are just like so many. Like I get at least 2-3 in my inbox a day.
Jeez.
Wanting to do
And
a
they
reading.
and they want to
Or
charge
on my
you.
post.
So what happens if you go into your doctor, and you're like, I have this heart problem or whatever it is. Oh man, my knees really hurt me. And you go in your doctor and he goes, well, hold on, let me see what your sign says today about. What would you
But
do?
my zodiac sign seems to be a little right on, though. It describes me.
Okay. Mine's pretty close, but like sometimes it goes off into things that don't have anything to do with me.
Yeah, but that's what I was telling you. You can't just go by your sun sign. There's more factors.
Yeah. Well, what was the? We'll have to look that up because what was the name of it one more time? You said the full
The natal chart.
The natal chart.
Yeah, so there's a site called Astrology Cafe. Go to that, Google that, and go to that.
Astrology Cafe, free astrology birth chart report. All right.
I don't recommend that you enter your personal information in front of everybody, but
No, I'm not doing that. But I also don't know if this comes back immediately or.
It does. It'll give you immediate.
Okay. So it wants my name, he, she, or they. Enter the birth date using the selected format. Enter the time of birth, birthplace. Check this box if you'd like to be able to share your report. So that's it. Those are the only questions. That's really it. Let's see.
Yeah, that's all they need.
Huh. Well, I'm not going to do it since I don't expect it to work, but I'm also, it sounds like this might be one of the better sites to use, but.
That's the one I use. It's pretty accurate.
All right, guys, this one here is for a game night ticket. So you all know what's up. Everybody who's here anyway. I haven't seen anyone hanging out tonight that's new. It's been a nice quiet people in the boxes. I definitely am looking, if anybody's out there looking to be part of something, we're looking for more guests and more permanent co-hosts. I'm going to be putting that out on X more. I see a lot of people on X that would be good on the show, but it's harder for them because they're not used to using video. Most of them, they use the spaces.
You could have read my sign, Aquarius. There's a few other people here, Aquarius.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of people that are Aquarius. I just didn't want to bore everybody for keep reading them, but I will check it out though. That's a good idea. Looks like Sandy or myself, which I don't count myself. Sandy.
Woohoo, Sandy.
Congrats. Guys, what I'm thinking of doing the start of next month is limiting you to 1 win per month on the number wheel. The number wheel that I do every week with the posts and stuff. That I'm going to try. I'm thinking of limiting people for 1 win a month, because what I get, I'm giving you 2.5 months worth back. So if you win like 2 or 3 times that month, like that's a lot that other people could be getting. And I'm going to just we'll spread the love, and everybody gets to win that once. And then you don't have to, worry about the numbers. I might even just make one post at the beginning of the month and do a monthly post instead of a weekly post. That might confuse everybody, but I'm just trying to make things a little bit easier and spread out and a little bit more fair. That's all. Because if you count them up, we do 12 of those spins per month. And, that if we could get 12 separate winners, that would be awesome. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do one more spin tonight, though, before I do any of those changes. So if you win tonight, you already won this month, then congrats, but probably not going to happen again. I'll probably have to transition away from cash anyway, because, if I do any growing at some point ever again, at some point, hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Not really.
Why not?
I don't know. I'm probably just one of those boring people,
How is that boring?
Facebook. Well, I can tell you, Facebook is just weird. Like, I gain followers, but my number never goes up because people just, I don't know, they keep coming and going. Not sure how it works. I'm growing on X. Shouts out to X.
Oh, I thought you meant growing cannabis.
Oh no, I'm not growing any cannabis right now either.
Oh, that's what I thought you meant. You weren't growing. I'm like, oh, what the hell are you talking about?
I mean, like Sean Cook tonight. Shouts out to Sean Cook again. He's the first new subscriber I've had in like a month. And that's fine. I mean, obviously there are other people that wish they had what I had, but that's not my point. Like, I'm not just trying to get numbers for numbers. I'm trying. In my mind, I have goals, and that's important, right?
Yeah.
Important to have goals.
Hey,
And
Gerald.
I also see a lot of, hey, what's up, Gerald? Save me from my rambling.
Keep the goal and just refocus. Do something different.
Just like my horoscope said today, Elisa May. It was talking about refocusing your energies or something and such. And like, okay, I'm with it. Gerald's in the house. Gerald, do you believe in signs? Gerald, what's your sign? Stop. The stop sign. That's my sign. That'd be a good one. I like that sign.
Mine's
man.
probably the warning label.
Warning label. Like, what's your sign? Like, that's a meme right there, guys. Go ahead. Just give me credit for it if you would. You just put a bunch of random signs on, like warning, radioactive, danger, curve ahead. Like, what's your sign? Like one of these, and like you put numbers by the signs. Boom, you got an engagement post right there. Run away with it. Capricorn, Gerald. Okay. Dead end. Dead end is one of the signs. Yes, this is so good. If no one does this, I'm doing this after the show. All right, I'm working on another dab here because dabs help me read your horoscopes. King Cap, Gerald, okay.
Superpowers.
Yeah, well, they also said I have super hearing, except I have hearing problems.
You hear too much.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the problem, but I literally have one ear that it's borders on painful, but it starts to feel fuzzy. And the doctors and nurses have found that hard to like understand that description, but it feels like, and then I found tingly as another good descriptor, kind of like a tingly, fuzzy feeling. it doesn't lower my hearing at all, but it just like this weird filling up of blood in my ear or something. I'm not sure what's happening there. I went and got seen by like they did a whole test and hearing test and everything. They said I have really good hearing. I'm like, well, that's not what I came here to hear. You know what the dentist's favorite time of the day is, Kim?
No.
2:30.
Oh, that's so funny.
You know what? Do you know what the hearing specialist favorite time of the day is?
No telling.
Huh?
I have no idea.
Huh?
Shut the fuck up.
Made that up, but that part sounds good. I think you guys can run with that. All right, Sandy. Sorry, I've got your name blasted on the screen for too long. You're working on a dab. Next time we'll put your address and everything up there for everybody. Actually, guys, no joke though. Google yourself, and look to see if your address is out there because mine was, like a year or two ago when I bought this house. It got posted on some article, shows my address and everything with my name, and then that gets put into Google. It was like right on the Google page. I actually got a hold of the company and they took it down. So, yeah. Yeah, it's a warm, fuzzy feeling, Jess, but not in a good way. That's for sure.
Kind of like getting pissed on in your ear.
It feels like a flush or a rush of blood, and sometimes it feels warm, sometimes it feels cold, and it's not actual liquid or anything. Like I'm one of those people that constantly like I clean my ears out like all the time. I can't stand to have any like moisture going on. No moist ears, no moist hot dogs over here. No cap. But what I do is I try to like
moisture on your hot dogs.
That's a John Doe thing. Although John Doe gave me 2 hearts tonight with his angry moist hot dog. That was progress. That was progress. I kind of felt that. I felt that in my core, but Kim was talking a lot, so I couldn't get in there at the time. You
made his hot dog water happy.
Wow. Oh, I didn't think about it that way. All right. So if you haven't noticed yet, some people probably weren't here earlier. I'm doing dabs again with a torch. Ugh. I did message the company though. We're gonna see what we can do. Yo, Dabba Dabba, shouts out. Where are you? They've got a lot of cool stuff on their site, but man, is it expensive. Another Terp Slurper banger that fits the e-nail is like $50.
How much was the whole thing new? 100?
The banger, well, the banger came with the e-nail. We're not talking about the rig. We're just talking about the piece that you put in the end that you're gonna heat up, and that with the e-nail was $200. This rig here was only $100. So the rig,
they get you with the accessories.
Well, I only got the rig because it fit the e-nail. Yeah, the right size hole, if you will. Speaking of hole,
the right size hole.
Well, like, what about black holes? Do they think about black holes in astrology? I wonder.
I don't know. That's not really a heavenly body.
I mean, I don't know what to call it. It's definitely something.
You know what I'd want to know though is that if one of the planets got eaten by a black hole, what would that do?
Well, we had 10 planets. Did you know that there's an extra planet out there right outside the solar system?
I would imagine there's a lot more stuff out there that we don't even know about because there's just not the technology to.
They call it Nibiru,
right.
Planet X. Supposedly Satan lives there, and this is a planet because we can see it because of the gravity. We can't see the planet, can't actually see it, but we can see that there is a gravity, like a weird gravitational pull that looks big enough to be a planet. I'm probably butchering some of the details because it's been a while, but basically we're seeing it because of its effect on its environment, but it's barely connected to our solar system. It's not. It's like way outside the asteroid belt. Anyway, that's what they say. That's what they say. Jess says that's what she said. He said, okay. What, the hole? Yeah. Yep. It feels good on the whole. Preparations A through G have failed. We're now moving on to preparation H. It feels good on the whole. That's what's that from? Anybody?
I couldn't tell you.
Jess knows. Come on, Jess. You got this. All right, it's dab time. Then we'll probably spin the other wheel and then get going. Weekend time. It's the freaking weekend. Whoop whoop.
I have parent-teacher conferences tomorrow.
Hey, teachers, leave them parents alone. Have you had do you go to the school board meetings and see the parents when they're like yelling at the school board people?
Hell no, I don't go near that. I don't like being involved in all that. I left politics a long time ago, and
It didn't leave you.
uh,
What do you mean
Well,
politics?
actually,
The
I
school
still
board.
care. I just don't want to get involved in all that bullshit.
The school board. Come on, that's not. I mean, I guess it's politics, but it affects our kids. Cheers, everyone. Cheers.
Yeah, but it's very political, and I don't.
Yeah, and sometimes you find out the dirty details that are going on there. Like at my son's school.
To that man for being angry that they let someone rape his daughter.
At my son's schools, his unit, some teacher was accused of abusing a nonverbal student, and then that teacher got moved to my son's school last year, so she didn't have to work around that kid while she was under investigation. And then I went to school the very next day after I seen the board meeting. I'm like, is that teacher here at this school? And they said, yes, she is. And I said, well, I don't want her working with my son while she's under investigation. And they said she won't be. But
Well,
yeah, you find out all kinds of stuff.
I already know all the shit,
Right?
so I don't want to hear it. Like, I already know what's going on.
Oh, well, when I went in the office, there was like 5 people in there, and they were all looking at me like, does she work? And looking at each other like, does she work here? They didn't know who the teacher was or under investigation until the principal was like, yeah, she is working here.
Yeah. Well,
So I'm sure they talked about it amongst themselves after I left.
Yeah.
So I stood there like debating, should I leave my kid at this goddamn school or not?
Sean Cook, you are number 20. So far, I think you're the only one that I needed to add. Let me go make sure. Check out the groups on the Foos book. I'll make sure. Nope, nothing on that one. How about this one? Nope, nothing on that one. Okay.
Times like that, you wish you were psychic.
Yeah, for sure. Or had like a camera in your kids' classroom, which they don't allow.
Yeah.
I think like they should have classrooms that have cameras that all the parents have to sign off on ahead of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like that too. I'd like for parents to see how awful their kids are.
Well, but like I think the worry they say is that like you don't want some other creepy parents watching your kids or something like that. But it's like,
well,
what do you
not
mean?
just that, but
Kids are in a public place, like
you see something on that camera and you don't know the context of what you see, and then you go hunt that kid's family down, and you show up at that kid's family, and it turns into a big old thing where somebody gets shot and killed, or I mean, there's a lot of stuff,
Oh, but it was okay to happen during Corona, though. We can watch back and
Right.
forth on a camera. What's going
Touche.
on?
My
Touche.
kids were not on camera. My kids weren't on camera. They had the option to be, but most of them sat
Oh.
there talking to a black screen.
Well, and to your point, though,
Special needs
Kim,
nonverbal kids had to be on camera because you're not going to hear much from them. And if they do, it's
that's
pretty
true.
Oh,
And I
well.
did that. I did that too, Elisa, with my son, where we did the Zoom, and some kids would make it, some kids wouldn't make it, and some that would make it would just, what some of his classmates are nonverbal, so they just do their thing, and we go on with the lesson. All right, I'm gonna do this spin, guys. Congrats thank you to Sean Cook, and thanks for getting on the number wheel.
Waylon, is your son in low incidence classes? What level is he?
I don't know if it's low incidences, but we just call it a special needs class. I'm not sure. He's with other kids with autism, and I don't know. Honestly, it's like I feel like the whole class is autism. I don't know any classes that's like a different thing.
How old is he?
It's weird.
How old is he?
He's 9.
I don't know that that's a very good environment. Like, is he? What do you know?
He's around other kids too. They put him around. He gets time with other regularly abled kids.
Is he able to read and write and stuff?
Yeah, he can actually read and write. A lot of him reading is because he wanted to be able to read the names of characters on the screen for his games. Because he would always come to us and say, what's it say? What's it say? Or, what's his name? What's his name? And we'd be like, well, you read it. What's it say? What's this letter? Go through it. And eventually, I mean, he sounds things out. He's not good at every word. We help him out when he runs into stuff, but he's getting better. But he still has plenty of points of contention. All right, number 12. And Sean, remember, you got hash and dash immunity now too. So if you step away or you fall asleep or you want to go get in on some other giveaway somewhere else too, by all means.
I'm always curious to know how they do stuff in other states. Like, I don't know that much about elementary ed because I don't teach elementary kids, but I'm always curious about how things work.
Okay. Me too, for sure. But we got our last number winner is number 20. I'm not 20. That was Sean. I'm sorry. It was number 12, which is Michael Gray.
Michael Gray.
And I think he's won already this month. That's one of the reasons why I want to change the rules. That way, anybody that's coming in gets a fair chance to win something as well. As long as you participate, I'm going to make that spin. I don't know about doing it a monthly though. Monthly spin would be, people would comment in there a whole bunch of times, and I wouldn't be. I'd have to sift through. So doing it weekly is not bad. Not a monthly spin. I meant to say a monthly post where I spin from throughout the month. That same post. You get one number every month, one chance. Not one chance, but 12 chances, but with one win. Anyway, I digress. I know I talked to you all out there about it, but ultimately I will make the decision, and I just want to, spread the love around, right, Elisa?
Yep. Lift everybody up. Be kind. Smile.
Spread that love around. Definitely getting on game night, Sean, as well. What happens with game night and this week should be back to normal. If you, I think you're still out there. Hey, what's up, Colin? Cheers, brother. Good night, Sandy. Have a good night. With game night, you have to be as early on the list as possible. I put a post out about an hour and a half before game night. I put it out on locals and on Facebook, but I will pull from locals first. I will always pull from locals first, and locals you can't just, and not just always going to fill from locals, because you can't play every week. Play every other week, as long as you won a prize anyway. I know I'm rambling, but game night is important, and it's the next show that I'm going to be doing next week, next Sunday. Actually, what am I saying? We got a show tomorrow night, Kim. You'll be seeing Kim and I tomorrow night on Fam Jam Friday, tomorrow night. Our monthly end of the month kickoff to the fall weather with all of us awesome hosts from Grow Fam. I'm not sure how many people are going to be there. Like that sounds like a full screen. Let's see, Ash Dreadful, Purple Hairs Gardens, Certified Sir Steve-O, the White Hulk, Kim Axtell, got Shirochi Mamarochi. They can probably be on one camera. Myself. Almost a full screen. Interesting. Maybe we'll get a.
But thanks for letting me come up.
Yeah, no problem, Elisa. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. We're gonna wrap it up anyway. But yeah, appreciate you. Appreciate your what do you call it? Participation.
Goodbye.
Your presence.
Well, participation was not the word I was thinking either, to be honest. I was thinking your contribution is what I was actually trying to think of. Because she did have a contribution, even though she didn't have a lot to say, like she said. She said more than nothing, and she gave her opinion, her perspective on the situation. All right, it's fun, but we got to run, and next week we'll probably do something that will be more, maybe a little more controversial. I don't know. We might start, Kim. We should start doing we could do like an after show, call it full politics with Kim and Waylon on X with the. Let's go into it. There's actually there's spaces over there that are just literally open all day long, with hundreds to thousands of people in there listening. People just not just like bringing up points and like trying to be cordial about it for the most part. Some people are assholes, of course, but most of the time it's actually pretty cool. You guys go follow us both, and if you haven't yet hit the like button, please do so.
I like to talk politics. I just don't like being involved in
the health and wellness thing. What is this about, Gerald? People have been telling me about a bunch of events lately, and I am hoping that I can find something this weekend. There was another one in Ohio, too, that somebody was telling me about. I'm not sure, Gerald. Can you give me some more information there? Nancy. Oh, yeah, you're right, Margaret. I forgot the girls. Nancy and Smashley. So that would have been... Yeah, we still we'd have 2 spots left. Don't tell them, everybody. Don't do it. Oh, Waylon forgot you two existed. Okay, good night. Good night, Jess. Yep, have a big weekend. Have fun this weekend. Be safe. Get my blanket on my pillow. Whoa, girlfriend. You better not tell your boyfriend about that.
He's coming to town next week.
Anyway, thanks a lot, guys. Remember, we got to be able to have conversations in order to have a society, right? So it is what it is. Thanks for the perspective, Kim. Have a great weekend. We will see you all on tomorrow night. What time is it? Do you know what time it is?
I don't.
I've
I
been
don't
seeing
know.
the flyers, but I don't, was it at the Fam Friday time or was it a little later? I think it might be a little later actually.
Yeah, I think it might be a little later too for some
Tomorrow
reason.
night, yeah, I think
don't remember.
I want to say 7 or 8 Central. We'll see. Thanks again. Peace out, everybody.
Good night, guys.